York Jets.
And their inner city rivals, the New York Giants. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season. Yards on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On first down, right back to Hall. Taken down at the 42. You talk about this Giant defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say, you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
To throw, it's Rodgers. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Well, this defense for the Giants very strong in that victory a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
To throw is Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put into defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. And back deep for the Giants is Dory Jackson.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Jones.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0.
Giants, nothing. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones.
oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers.
Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion.
And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Second and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Third and 3.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
Catch is made by Hardman.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Jets.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here's Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
On third down, here's Hall.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it again with Barkley.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
DJ Reed on the tackle. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Third and 4.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Jets 17. Giants nothing. Brings Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go. Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now 2nd and 5.
Now it's Rodgers.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
A first catch there for Wilson and a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Rodgers throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
A give running right is Hall.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
This is caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll try to run with Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Giants nothing. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate it.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
On first down, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers going to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Jets have opened the lead up to 30.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Jets 31. Giants nothing. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards and a giant first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7.
Bama.
Looking to throw. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Now Jones throwing on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On second down, here's Barkley. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That ball caught by Campbell. Touchdown, Giants. Harris Campbell, 33 yards. And the Giants are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one That was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Jets 31, Giants 7. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
And the Jets first down.
On play action, Rodgers. That is caught. It's Uzama. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Giants 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Up the middle with Barkley. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Now Jones.
Yeah, this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Jones from the gun on third down. And now here is another interception.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Giants 7. Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Running left, it's Barkley.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Jones now on 1st and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead is down to 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, it's Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Rodgers. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And again, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And his throw is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play.
They'll run with Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Hey, why shift, man?
He'll find Hodgins there complete.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On play action, now Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
One more time with Hall.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Now it's Rodgers.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Giants on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Pushes him over. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Jets will take over. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 40 yards.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down. Third and 20. On play action, it's Rodgers. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Charles, a lot of